Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Tim Shorts. And you see I'm coming to you today kind of rough looking and got my sweats on here, still have shorts on, but I'm about to be heading out for a run. So we have a beautiful day here in Georgia and I just want to get some information to you real quick with Tim Shorts here. I've been spending a few days with my Platinum students, one-on-one and mastermind, and had a lot of discussion about a topic, and I guess this kind of fits into the theme of power, but it's maybe kind of outside that. We could call it power of, I guess, attitude. Wait, I got some high-tech visuals here. Power of attitude. So anyway, just so you can get some visuals there. But so I want to talk about attitude here for a few seconds. Attitude to me, I mean, coaching as many people as I've had and working with as many people, watching myself, watching others, I've noticed this. Most people in their business, trying to be successful in life, whatever, they usually know most of what they need to know. They've got the knowledge. They probably have the skill. But many times it's kind of what's between here, between the ears, the 6 inches, 5 inches, whatever, depending on what's going on, that will determine your success. And so I want to talk about attitude briefly, and then I've got a gift for you, got a present for you that I want to give. But attitude really is made up of three things. There's three ways that you can improve your attitude. And right now, in today's date, there's a lot going on in the press. They're talking about the economy and the elections coming up and all that stuff that if you sit down and just watch the news all the time, quite honestly, you can get real depressed. And that's not a good thing. We need to be able to go out and put forth activity and work and do the things we need to do and not get bogged down with, all the crazy stuff in our head. So we need to keep a clear head, positive attitude, whatever you want to call it. And so there's three ways that you can improve your attitude, or maybe a lot of different ways, but three ways that I'm going to cover here. Number one, it's all about programming is what we're doing. We're programming this computer up here, this unshaven, all this stuff. And so you need to consider what is going in here, either through here, I don't know if through here, but anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. So it's all about the books that you read. What are you reading? You're reading news and all. I'm pointing at my computer here. You're reading stuff on the computer that might be junky. The books you read, it's all about what you listen to and what you hear. And then also it's about association, which I'll talk about in another time, another way. But just good books, you need to be reading all the time. I recommend that you read some good stuff in the morning. Bible or something spiritual, whatever, your spiritual background might be is always good, I think, or maybe some positive books and things like that. And then I really recommend that you read some strong, positive mental attitude stuff right before you go to bed. Don't turn on the news, don't watch that stuff. Read some positive mental attitude stuff, 15, 30 minutes, maybe more. And then what it does, I don't know the technical term, but I think that good stuff just swims around in here. And then when you wake up in the morning, you'll kind of feel refreshed and better. A couple good recommendations. I just pulled them off my shelf right back there. Good one here that I really like, As a Man Thinketh. As a Man Thinketh is real good by James Allen. Okay, that's a good one to have. Good classic attitude book. Another good one is The Go-Getter by Peter B. Kind. I love this book. Oh, this is a great book. I wish that everyone in the country, this was required reading before they could vote. We'd have a real different election coming up. I promise you that. Anyway, The Go-Getter. And then, of course, classics by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Got that, okay. And then another one I like, this is a real powerful one, Norman Vincent Peale, Enthusiasm Makes the Difference. I don't think a book would have sold real well that said, negative attitude will make the difference. Nope, enthusiasm makes the difference. So anyway, so that's big. So make sure you're reading in the morning and at night and, as much as you can. And I hate to say this, but the older you are, many times, the more you've got to clean out to get some good stuff in. So remember that. You might need to read 2 times as much as somebody who's younger. But anyway, the next thing is the attitude is what goes into your ears. What do you listen to? What are you hearing? Things like that. And that's positive tapes, positive affirmations. What are you saying that you hear? Things that will build you up, not tear you down. And you need to be mindful of all the words and the things that you hear from everybody around you. And also be real careful about what comes out of your mouth. Now, related to that, let me tell you about a gift I've got for you. When I was meeting with my Platinum group this last week, my wife Lori and I were kind of putting together something for me at the time. Something to kind of help me keep built up and things like that. And it's kind of what she called an individual affirmation movie. Because you know that there's real power in what you say. If I say I am successful, that programs my mind. If I say, you know, I'm lazy or no, good things don't happen to me, that programs my mind too. Well, I like to be programmed success, right? So anyway, but we talked about the power of what we say, you know, affirmations. Talk about the power of pictures, images. I mean, you know that you can see a picture of something and it can mean a lot to you. I mean, some can really be powerful. And then also we talk about the power of music, because many times you can hear a song or something like that, and it'll kind of help you remember something that is in your mind. So what she did for me is she put together a movie that tied together positive affirmations, visual images, pictures, and some cool music that I like for a movie for myself. And I Am, she calls it, an individual affirmation movie. And then what I had her do for my platinum students is I had her make just a more generic one, okay? Didn't have a bunch of pictures of me and stuff like that, but it was generic. And it turned out awesome. It was great. And so what I did was I had her load it up, and it should be right below here. You should scroll down, and you could click on it and watch it. And I recommend that you click on it, watch it in the morning, watch it at night, and just feel how it can build you up and develop and help improve your attitude. That's what it's all about, folks. It's going to be more important over the next few months and year or so, you know, if some weird things are going on with the economy and things like that, for you to really stay sharp and keep your attitude really up. And remember, reading and watching what goes in your ears and all that type of stuff, you know, what you're listening to. And then, of course, watch this movie over and over again. And I'll be hitting you real soon with some more power and some other things that you need to be aware of. Signing out, this is Tim and his shorts.